Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and welcome to another challenge. Today we got a brand new challenge happening here at the top of the hour. So any further ado, take it away, Shiver. Listen up, it's going down. Reppin' Splatlands, we're D-Cut. We're live, here to bring you the news about a brand new challenge here in Splatoon 3. Today we are playing the Ultra Stamp Rally. Go on a stamp page with your Ultra Stamp. We're playing this right at the very beginning of this said challenge lifespan, so as a disclaimer, if you're watching this video as it goes up on the day it goes up at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, there are still 2 more time slots available to play the Ultra Stamp Rally Challenge. One in 2 hours from now at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and one in 6 hours from now, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, which is that one I'll be live streaming over on my Twitch channel, and I'll talk more about that as we play the challenge itself. So it's time to go on a stamp page here, as the game says. Deliver beatdowns left and right in this Ultra Stamp Challenge. You can only use weapons with the Ultra Stamp Special. Special gauge will fill quickly all by itself, and only primary gear abilities are enabled, no secondaries. So, since we can only use weapons that have the Ultra Stamp Special, we are limited to a total of 8 weapons. So, not many to choose from here, but it's a decent variety, I would say, including the brand new weapon added here for Sizzle Season 2024, the Well String. So, we do have some new options. We got some old options here, but these are the weapons here that you see on screen that you can use for this said challenge. And as per usual for these kind of challenges, I have prepared some freshest fits. That way we can just jump into each game with a different weapon. So we're going to start off with the brand new weapon here, the Well String, and see how we play using this brand new bow. So without any further ado, let's get started. I'll be playing my 5 games as usual for this said video. I'll be playing more after this said video is done recording, see where I stack up in this 2-hour rotation, and go from there. But this is the Well String. This bow is very interesting because it shoots out 5 different projectiles, and as you can see, depending on how long you charge, they are either grouped together or they fire really far away. But the pellets do a lot of damage. They may not kill instantly when striking an enemy, as we can see here, but the explosion, that does a lot of damage. So I just pelt the explosions here right next to this dummy. It does 150 damage. So this is a very, very powerful bow, but it is a little slow. I would say at the 3 different stringer types between the Tri-Stringer, the Reflux, and now the Well String here, the Well String is definitely more of the heavy class type bow, but at the same time, it packs a punch, and it has some really good range to it as well. But it wouldn't matter as much because we got the stamp, which this thing has a lot of range as well. So, gonna be interesting to see how this plays for the said challenge. So let's get started. Immediately jumping in, we got ourselves Manta Maria here, and basically everyone on my team except for one guy is using the bow. Yeah, I think someone missed the memo. So, because this only has primary abilities, I do have comeback on my hat, so that way we can have a good amount of abilities when we respawn, so that's going to help out. But I also have my movement abilities here. In this case, I do have a run speed up on, so that's going to help a lot. And when we do die with comeback, we'll get more run speed up and also some swim speed, so keep that all in mind. But right now, looks like the tower is clear. Everyone's just using their stamps immediately. Like, might as well destroy them. Why not? Don't always have to use the stamp. In this case, with the guy on the tower, it might be really hard for me to use said stamp, just because, well, it propels me forward, and I don't want to use the stamp in this regard. Kind of want to just use it more as a projectile, like so. I'm just going to fire over the wall here, kind of just keep on pressure. We're down, but my team is doing a pretty good job defending that tower, so we can jump right back in, and we should be okay, in theory. Very careful here. That meter does charge up pretty fast, just like a lot of these other special challenges we've done, like Kume Trizukas, Inkjets for Everyone, and so on. The special gauge fills up very, very fast on its own, so you don't need to play this with any kind of special charge or even tenacity. Those abilities won't really be necessary for this challenge because the meter on its own is going to fill up pretty fast. I don't want to use hammer here, because this is going to be a really weird spot to use the said hammer, which a lot of times for this challenge, you're going to hear me refer to the Ultra Stamp as hammer, just because that's what it is. Let's not kid ourselves. Everyone in the community just calls this thing hammer. It's easier to say, and a lot more people understand what that said weapon is when, you know, you don't know Splatoon. No one really knows what an Ultra Stamp is if they haven't played Splatoon before, but everyone knows what a hammer is. Speaking of which, we're getting kind of demolished by the hammer while listening to the new music here, as we got new songs here for this Sizzle season. And it's kind of like a hit or miss set of songs this time around. I mean, to me, I don't hate these songs. They're not really my cup of tea. I prefer a lot of the other songs here in Splatoon 3 for the battle music, but it doesn't make this stuff bad. In fact, this specific part of the song you're hearing now, when it goes into like its chorus section, it reminds me a lot of Daytona USA music, funny enough. So, I like some parts of the song. It's kind of different. Alright, we're going down with my hammer now. And wait for it. I'm not going to get on that tower. It's not a great idea. Just got to pelt it full of my shots and just kind of defend. Get my team to get back. Careful, I got 2 stamps on me immediately. Either I go left the stamp or right the stamp. Which one? Either way, you're getting crushed. So far, we still have the lead, but they can take it at any moment. They have a good push, and they're already doing that said push. There we go. Fire a set of shots towards the tower here. And immediately, man, it's like I don't have a moment to breathe. I will say, this is a goofy challenge, and I like these kind of challenges where we can just play around with a weapon like this, for example, or in this case also with stamps, and just goof around with some specials. Oh man, instantly too. That's really stupid. Was not expecting to get pulverized by someone else's Ultra Stamp pulling out my stamp like that. Oh, hang on. This is going to be a point of contention. Ah, it was for a little bit. We lost the lead, unfortunately. Oh, there's a stamp right above my head. I should not go down. Now I should. If I can get over here fast enough. Got it. That's a triple. Can I get the quad? Nah, he ran away. Duck Howard. He doesn't want to be on my Twitter clip reel, even though that feature's going away in like a couple days at this point, at the time of recording this video. In the future here, you no longer be able to post your clips from the Nintendo Switch onto a site like Twitter, or now known as X, but no one calls it that because it's stupid. But that feature is going away. Unfortunately, we will only now be able to post clips by transferring them off of the Switch onto things like computer or your smartphone. So it's a little more of a pain to post clips from your Nintendo Switch now on social media, but at the same time, it's not impossible. Oh god, get that stamp out myself. And I already took some damage there, so that was a little unfortunate. I'm not doing the greatest job at actually fighting the stamps with my own stamp. I keep on getting demolished. The Ultra Stamp's hitbox is kind of weird. It feels worse in this game than Splatoon 2, even after all the patches to adjust it. Now, something about it just feels off. At least to me. I just want to stand on the tower real quick just to kind of stop it. My team's moving in with their stamps. There's just stamps everywhere. Stamps there, stamps here and there. Just everywhere, man. It's an Ultra Stamp. But that's the point of this challenge. And the first game was a success. This one actually was giving me some more comfort using the new Well-String weapon. Not clicking with this one as much, it's more of a personal preference, but I don't really play the Stringer class of weapons that much to begin with. But I can see this one being pretty good. It's kind of slow, so it is very easy for someone to rush in to where you're standing for attacking, for example, and then just demolish you. So if you're not careful, someone can easily overpower you as the Well-String player. But this thing does pack a punch and has some really good range. So it's a weapon I can see being pretty devastating to fight against. Let's go ahead and change things up now for our second game. That's the only new weapon we can play here, even though there is a second one. It doesn't have the Ultra Stamp. Instead, let's go back to some old faithfuls. In this case, let's use the Splatoon Wiper. This weapon I'm really a big fan of, but I'm not good with. It's fun. It's very powerful, very fast. And its kits are really good. Like, both of these kits for the Wiper are pretty dang good. Although the problem specifically with this one is just the Ultra Stamp in general, because Ultra Stamp has issues, as we will discuss, and more detail. But this weapon's very powerful. It's really good to just kind of sneak up on someone and just pelt them with damage. Really good for painting, really fast too. So, glad at least we get to play ourselves some Splatoon Wiper. Haven't gotten to play this in a while. But, I alluded to this in the beginning, but we got a lot of stuff to talk about in this said video. So let's start with the first fact. This challenge, again, if you're watching this at the time, this is uploaded on the same day, so June 6, 2024 at 12 p.m. Eastern. There are 2 more time slots for this challenge available, 2 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. Eastern. I will be streaming the final one, the 6 p.m. Eastern one, over my Twitch channel, so if you're watching this the same day that this video goes up, later today I will be streaming this challenge, so if you want to see more of the Ultra Stamp challenge, come by the stream later today, as you'll get to see more of the Ultra Stamp rally in action. But that's not going to be the only stream this week, because, again, if you're watching this the week this goes up, we have a big run happening. That's not just any big run, it's a big run. Basically, I mean, it's just a special version of it. We get to fight all 3 of the King Salmonites at once in this one, and it's going to be all of the previous Salmon Run maps that we had for Big Run available. So, it's going to be a very special Big Run. So, I hope to see you guys at that said stream, because it's a multi-stream. That'll be happening here on the YouTube channel, along with the Twitch channel. And that will be happening on Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So, make sure to mark your calendars for a big run this said weekend. Let's get on the tower now that we have our little discussions out of the way about all these events happening right now in this said game. Got a little demolished there by the mini Splatling, but that's okay. My teammates seem to be doing a good job going back and forth. We can get back in the match faster here because I do have quick super jump on as a primary ability, which is really powerful as a primary, so I goes right into the action right away. If my teammate can just push these ones back, I will help. And we traded with the stamp. We just hammered ourselves to death, essentially. Looks like there's only one more guy left, so this is going to be a little nerve-wracking. I'm going to jump in, which is not the best idea, but with stealth jump on, it at least gave me some kind of confidence. Unfortunately, I got stamped, so not much for that. Looks like my teammates are on the edge here on the right side, so they can't really go any further than this, which is fair. Alright, now I can go down with my stamp. Got you. I got the furthest because I have like no more time left on my set special. You hear another one. Looks like it's down. That's good. I think there's someone above. Yeah, there we go. It's this mini Splatling. Oh my gosh, which one was gonna kill me first was the question. There's no way out of that situation. I'm getting hammered no matter what. If I'm just throwing my torpedoes right now, just kind of be a nuisance. Don't even need my special for that. It was kind of easier just to use my main weapon. Hey, let's go. Gonna go around, kind of anticipate the movement from here. Gonna poke you with my stamp here, which is a very fun thing to do when it works. Again, this weapon does feel like it was changed in such a way in this game that makes it feel a little more off-crit to Splatoon 2. Even after all the fixes, I don't know what it is. Just something about the hitbox just feels off depending on latency problems. But this game, we're not really having those problems, so that's good. Jump back in, get back over to the tower as fast as we can before it moves back over to the middle position. There's a wipe, nice. I'm gonna go up here. And now, stamp away. Turn around, and that was an unfortunate thing. When the hammer is up, people can easily shoot you. So in that case, I just got pelted by that L3. We go around. It's not really worth going that same direction. Ah, unfortunate. See, every time I'm encountering a stamp, they kill me. I can't kill them. Can I have that happen? That'd be nice. Especially if I can do it without trading. Because I would love to just get the kill and continue instead of respawning. There we go. Again, sometimes you have to rely on your main weapon, not necessarily the stamp. There we go. Come here, sir. Unfortunately, I got demolished. Mini Zapling might be low-key, probably the top tier weapon for the said challenge because Splatlings have a much easier time shooting through the Ultra Stamp when they're rushing, so they can actually do the damage needed to kill the Stamp user. So in that case, the mini Splatling, excuse me, was just targeting me and just shooting. Very easy. I don't know where that was. Okay, well that works. I couldn't throw my hammer, but my teammate got the guy, so that's fine with me. And with that, this is a victory, as the opposing team doesn't have enough time to get back to the tower to defend. So, that's it. That's game. Pretty good set of games so far. 2 games in, 2 wins. Happy about that. But they are long games, because we're playing all the way through the time, so no knockouts yet. That might change. We'll have to see. For now, though, we'll take that win. I wonder what our power is going to be so far, because that's 2 wins under, excuse me, that's 2 wins under our belt. And the more we win, the higher our power climbs, especially during this calculation phase. So I'd imagine next game we're going to be paired with a team around the 1900 mark because of the 2 wins, but hopefully my next weapon here, the ink brush, can treat me kindly in that case. So here we go. Let's play with the brush. Not my favorite weapon to use, mainly just because it's the fastest way to get me carpal tunnel. It's a really fun weapon to use in certain modes, but it is pretty weak, only doing 30 damage, so you have to hit someone 4 times with the brush. But realistically, you gotta do it really fast, and the further you are away, the less damage you do over time. It can start to become more like a 5-shot weapon. Don't get me started about the bumping. The bumping is just worthless. Don't even do that. Plus this kit, speaking of worthless, not gonna be the strongest one. I mean, it's fine. You have Ink Mines and Ultra Stamp. Obviously, that's the shiner of the said challenge, because that's the whole gimmick. But mines? Yeah, a little more hit and miss. They're kind of useful here in the tower, but outside of the tower itself, I can't really think of many cases I'll be using the Ink Mine. We'll see how this works. So, we're back at Main Arena for a 3rd time. I'd love to go to the other stage, the one that was introduced last season, the Marlin Airport stage. That'd be nice. But alas, we keep on coming over here, so that's not the case. There comes all the Ultra Stamps, and everyone's demolishing me immediately with the stamps. About right. But that's why I have quick respawn on as well. Not the best with the brush, and I can't mash too much with this weapon. I say as I immediately get a kill, and then a 2nd one, and a 3rd one. It's okay. Maybe I'm better with the weapon than I think. I was gonna say, I can't mash too much with this weapon after a while, because my fingers start falling asleep on that. Like, I can play with this weapon, it's not a big deal. But I would rather play without the brush, even paintbrush, just because of the damage per second being so much better on my fingers. It's just a personal preference thing. Gotcha. Watch out. Teammates got to cover with the stamp. Maybe not. There's another stamp and another person. Get in there as fast as we can. I hear that stamp, but I didn't see where it was. They were just using it to chuck. Go away, go away. It's like, go to the tower. I'm not here. And it didn't work out in my favor. All right, let's go back. Looks like the tower, I guess teammates were not able to stay on it, so it went back to the center, even though I got a guy in their base fighting. So that's why I was wondering what was going to happen. I'm just going to chuck this up here. Hope I hit the well string. Missed it, but that's fine. We get stamped so fast in this, I'll have another chance here in less than a minute. That's kind of unfortunate timing there. I was hoping I could have clipped him on the way out, but the Luna Blaster definitely thought of that too, and they moved back. Get on the tower, down a mine. We're putting down mines. This is my best thing to do right now. Put it down again. We'll just keep on putting down mines, which, if they're close enough, I can mark the enemies when the mine goes off, so that way my teammates can see what the enemy is. So, mines right now, I'm really trying to use more strategically with this said tower. I can only put down one on the tower, though, so once it's gone, I have to go back and put another mine down. That's if I want to keep on using it. Got you, well string. Oh man, that was gonna be really cool if I hit him. I just missed. I'm looking around here. Gonna put a thing here. Don't worry, we're here. We're good. Even though we wiped, we won, so it didn't matter. GG's. Man, these games are going pretty good for us so far. And I was right with that prediction before. The more wins we get, the higher our power is getting. So I expected around a 1900 team. That was an 1890 team. 10 points off from my estimate. Yeah, it's pretty on mark. I deserve that fist bump. So now we're probably going to be fighting a team closer to around the 2000 score range because we keep on winning. I ain't complaining. I like winning. But we're done with this weapon, so now for another one. Only 2 wins away from having the shell-out token, too. Is this going to be the first challenge we actually get the shell-out token? Who knows? For now, let's move on to our next weapon here, the mini Splatling. This is probably going to be my favorite weapon to use for this challenge, so let's go ahead and use it. You can see my interesting drip here being very different from what we've been using, but this mainly focuses on run speed and also ink resistance. So this way, I can run as fast as I want here using mini Splatling, because run speed's really important on a Splatling, especially in the mini class. And same for ink resist up as a main ability here. That's also really important to have too. This way now, if I step in enemy ink, I'm not going to be trapped in it for terribly long, and I can get out while still maintaining a good amount of my health. So that's why I specifically went ink resist up as a main ability as well. Not to mention, this is a really good kit for what it is. It's a close range weapon, and all the things with it are pretty good for close range. Burst Bomb, the Ultra Stamp. Mind you, the Zinc Mini Splatling's probably a little bit better, especially because of the big bubble buff. I'm saying that 5 times fast. That weapon, or that special, excuse me, recently just got a buff in the season where now it can paint a little more under its feet when you deploy the bubble. So by doing that little paint job, that kind of helps a lot when it comes to just... Man, I got clipped by random paint. That helps a lot when it comes to just painting the floor around you to have a little bit of a safe zone in the bubble. So that's really, really nice. It's not as overpowered as we would think it was going to be because the community kind of thought that's going to be another thing of Zone Cheese. A thing very famous for that set mode. Almost all the specials could just fill the zones. Thankfully, Big Bubble can't fill up a splat zone. It's not enough paint, which is good because we don't need another way of cheesing out that set mode. Nice, okay. Don't need to get on, because there's so many other people on it. They'll override the tower instead. Gotcha. Man, if I was able to kill him a little bit faster, though, then I could have immediately left and used my stamp. I jump back in. I got a good lead here at 50. So 55, we'll definitely want to keep that for a long time. Oh, man. It's like, I needed more ink, and I could have thrown a 3rd burst bomb, and I would have killed the man. But now he was able to kill 2 of us because I didn't have enough ink. Cool. I'm on. You're dead. You're dead. Eventually. He comes back around. I'm waiting. Got him. For once, I was able to actually kill a stamp while still living. It's a miracle. Also, nice. I threw the thing at the wall. It didn't paint the walls. What was the point? You know what I was talking about before with the stamp being kind of weird in this game? That was a great example of it. That blaster clipped me. That's fine. I didn't have much health. I got the one guy chasing me down. We're at 36, so we got a pretty good lead. So far, we're doing pretty good. So we'll keep that lead up. Using stamp to try to push into the tower. Don't mind if I join. It's conga line of hammers. Where's the other teammate? There he is. In the corner. Wait, what killed me? I thought the torpedo got destroyed. Guess not. Yeah, that's about right. The guy was on top of my jump, so he knew where I was, no matter if I had stealth jump on or not. It's not much of a jump in, but this is still faster. And it's far enough away they can't see me this time, thankfully. Oh, come on, man. I hate when I get trapped in random pixels of ink. That just costs me. And that's really bad because they're right at the checkpoint area, and they're gaining the points that we have as a lead. So, unfortunately, that lead is starting to close. Oh, man, there it goes. They took it. And it's going to be the first game we're actually not going to win at this rate, because they're actually at the end, and there's only one guy left. It's the Sploosh. And now the Sploosh is gone, so never mind. So this may not go our way anymore. And it's actually kind of ironic, because this is the weapon I said is probably going to take this said mode, because it's probably the one that can handle fighting Ultra Stamps the best. And then it's the one I lose with, and it's also the one I'm the most comfortable with. I main Splatlings. I mean, I play Nautilus for dang sakes. Like, I play the weapon all the time. And of course, it's the one I fail with. Karma sucks. We'll just put it that way. It sucks. So there's our first loss. So now the balance scaling is probably going to go back down to around 1900, I would say. So we'll see how the last game goes. We're not going to get that shell token now, though. That's fine. I'll still get it on my own time. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Final fit. Now we're playing with the Sploosh. And this is a sneaky Sploosh, as we have Ninja Squid on, which means I can sneak up behind you, pop out, and shoot you. That's the real big strength here of this weapon, especially when it has curling bomb, because I can use that for like quick and fast movement. Which, yes, that is the same thing. Wyatt. Of the two Splooshes, this is the much better one too, so if I had to use the Sploosh, I'm glad I'm using one that's a lot more aggressive. While the other one has beacons, which a lot of people don't even know how to use them in this, unfortunately. A lot of people just ignore beacons in multiplayer. And then Killer Whale, which also doesn't really help with the weapon synergy. We also never went to Marlin Airport, which really bums me out because I really like that map. And it was introduced last season, so we haven't really gotten to see it on these videos because it's pretty new. But we're here at Mana Marina 5 times in a row. Marlin Airport doesn't exist, I swear. It really sucks. I would love to have shown that one. But unfortunately, we just got the Marlin streak. Well, not the Marlin streak, the Manta streak. We got the anti-Marlin streak. And now both the maps in this said rotation are both M. So if you want to see the Marlin Airport map, definitely come by the stream later today at 6 p.m. to see us play the set challenge, because that's probably going to come up at least once, I hope. Otherwise, we're going to have nothing but Mana Marina for 2 hours, and I'm going to hate it. Anyone else here? Looks like we're good. Can I clip you? No. Yeah, he had my number. That's fair. I could have jumped out of there, but I wouldn't have had enough time to even jump, so we'll probably still died. No one's left. That's bad. This is going to be a really rough one. We're at 1990 on power, so we're fighting another high-level team. So this is going to make this a little rough, too. Come on. I couldn't even hit like the broadside of the barn. Every shot missed, and I'm right in front of Twinkle's face. At mad. Just make mad. Needless to say, this ain't our game. Like, we're doing horrible. At least I got the turnaround. I mean, no one else survived, so it doesn't matter, apparently. This is a rough one, man. Like, real rough. Like, we're not even gonna stay alive for long rough. Oh, hi. Yeah, that's about right. Especially with you being the range man. Makes sense you're at a higher pedestal. Watch out. Coming down with the hammer. Oh, good. Finally. Something for our favor in this game. Probably paint a lot of this area around us just so enemies can't hide in here. Wait until someone's popping out, and then I'll use my stamp to push in. Right now. Well, that's unfortunate. See, I tried to do that a lot last game. Didn't work for me. That's the mini Splatling player. I kept on dying, not surviving, and then murdering. I want to do the murdering. This guy's gonna have a bad day. That's why. And that's also why I always use stealth jump, because it's super important for moments like that. Flip him. All right, good. There's the tower right behind me. Okay, we're still on track. Flip Twinkle here, so that's another one down. I'm doing pretty good now on actually pushing in, so gotta keep this push up. Then jump the tower because it looks more safe. We'll be okay. Never mind, of course. Maybe I should have jumped to the other guy, but I thought he was gonna die in that combat, so I didn't want to chance it. Now I should be okay to jump the Will. Of course, now he's dying. Man, it's like the opposite every time. And that's about right. Why do you even do the twirl? Like, that doesn't do anything. I swear. It gets me killed more often than it actually helps me. I do that more just for my hitbox to extend to actually hit people. But also, it doesn't seem like that really does anything. So, I should probably stop that. Just like, it's a bad habit wow, nice triple. It's a bad habit I started to develop when the Ultra Stamp was essentially broken for the longest time in Splatoon 3. Because that was kind of like the way of attacking things. And it doesn't really work. Not in the way you would think. That teammate's gonna die. Yeah, pretty immediate. So, I think it's safe to say we lost this one. 17-60. Yeah, I think they have a much bigger lead that we need to have, like, the push of a lifetime to even consider trying to get past. Because right now, it's not looking good. Someone's got to be on the tower, so I hope one of my teammates gets on. No one's getting on the tower. Are you kidding me? You're lucky I was in range, Will. We would have lost because of you. Had a feeling, but I had to at least just try. And that's game. I guess it didn't matter. Will wasn't going for the tower because we didn't have enough time. Everyone died immediately once we got into overtime, so that was a terrible push. And not the best way of ending it. But hey, we went 3-2 on that one. 3 wins, 2 losses. So not the end of the world. It was an okay set of games, I would say. I mean, the beginning was a little more back and forth, but that third game was a knockout. So hey, I think my score is going to probably be around the 1800 mark, I would think. So it's still pretty good. That'd be top 50, if not top 20 range. And we did good that game according to our stats. So 1887, that's a high 1800. We'll take it. So with that now, that's going to do it for this said challenge. The Ultra Stamp Rally here. Interesting challenge. I mean, just like any of these said use special challenges, it's going to depend on how much you like the said special for how much you're going to like this said challenge. I have mixed feelings about the Ultra Stamp, more just because half the time it doesn't feel like it works. I'm just saying. Like, I can easily demonstrate it here in the lobby of what I'm talking about in this case. But sometimes I just feel like certain actions on the stamp don't work. Like, for example, the swing. Sometimes, at least when I'm trying to use it, it doesn't feel like it actually collides with the enemy. It could be a latency thing. It could just be my distance compared to using it on an opponent. But it just sometimes doesn't feel like it works out that well for me. So I'm not the biggest fan. Plus, I don't like the idea of rushing into battle with a weapon that exposes me at that point. Because when I'm rushing it with stamp, my body is exposed to enemy fire. Whether they can shoot directly through the stamp at me. So if you're a Splatling, I'm easy fodder. Or you can easily shoot around me or even behind me with weapons. So like a blaster can easily pick me off. And same effect. I can't really defend myself at that point, and I'm dead. Most of the time, if I'm using the Ultra Stamp, I'll use it to push in a little bit, and if I can't push in, I will throw it. You saw me throw the stamp a lot in this. So, not really the best Ultra Stamp gameplay from myself here, but I'm not the best with the said special. I have mixed feelings on it, only just because half the time I use it, at least personally, it doesn't feel like it works for me. So that's why I like the challenge. It's fun, but also at the same time, there are other ones I kind of preferred. I think I still like the Trizuka challenge and same for the Inkjet challenge. Like, those ones were really fun. Even the Zipcaster one, I liked a little more than this because I like those specials more than the Ultra Stamp. Definitely also helps that those specials, at least in terms of the meta, much higher on tier lists. Ultra Stamp is considered like one of the worst specials in this game, even to this day, because it just doesn't have that much practicality use. But it's still fun to use when it does work. So, guess with all that ranting out of the way, that's going to do it for this challenge. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And again, later today at 6 p.m. Eastern over on my Twitch channel, we will be streaming this challenge once again. So if you want to see more of the challenge, check out the Twitch channel. And if you can't come by the said stream, I'll be linking to that said challenge at the end here of this said video in the end card. So you can see that VOD over on the VOD channel. But with that said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.